The U.S. Navy lit up the skies around Florida this week, test firing Trident II D5 ballistic missiles that are capable of carrying thermonuclear bombs deep into Russia. This is concerning. Number three, a massive U.S. Navy presence in the Caribbean and off the coast of Venezuela was joined this week by F-35s and Reaper drones as Trump has blown 3 Venezuelan boats out of the water without congressional authorization. In an absolutely unprecedented move, Pete Hegseth has ordered all of the U.S. military's flag officers and their staffs to come to Virginia for a meeting with an unknown agenda. This is not normal. You know, politicians who, number one, cowardly use the power of the state to suppress people who speak against them or make fun of them. Every American president up till now has just, gone along with good-natured ribbing or even bad-natured ribbing. But there's some other things that are very concerning. Here are some of the alarming data points this week. 4 different Danish airports were buzzed by what many assume to be Russian drones, shut down the airports. A French airport was hit yesterday. A Norwegian airport was shut down last week, or earlier in this week. Number one. Number two, the U.S. Navy lit up the skies around Florida this week, test firing Trident II D5 ballistic missiles that are capable of carrying thermonuclear bombs deep into Russia. This is concerning. Number three, a massive U.S. Navy presence in the Caribbean and off the coast of Venezuela was joined this week by F-35s and Reaper drones as Trump has blown 3 Venezuelan boats out of the water without congressional authorization. In an absolutely unprecedented move, Pete Hegseth has ordered all of the U.S. military's flag officers and their staffs to come to Virginia for a meeting with an unknown agenda. This is not normal. By the way, Lieutenant General Ben Hodges wrote on X yesterday, quote, July 1935, German generals were called to a surprise assembly in Berlin and informed that their previous oath to the Weimar Constitution was void and that they would be required to swear a new and personal oath to the Fuhrer. Most generals took the new oath to keep their positions. Hegseth reposted this with a little note that says, cool story, General. Whoa. Is that what's going on? Or is Hegseth preparing for war? Or does he just want to look out at the assembled crowd and say, aha, there's a black face, there's a female face, there's a brown face? I mean, what's going on here? This is not normal military procedure. It has the stench of authoritarian consolidation. The kind of thing that typically leads to purges, coups, and crackdowns. Also, Russia is experiencing a nationwide fuel shortage. In some parts of the country, as much as 30% of the gas stations are shut down, half of them in Crimea right now. It is crippling the Russian economy. It's so bad that the Kremlin has banned exports of fuel until the end of the year. And this is from Ukrainian drones taking out Russian refineries. In Taiwan, Taiwan's Deputy Foreign Minister Wing Chung warns that, quote, China is preparing to invade Taiwan. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, the day before yesterday, said, quote, NATO and the European Union want to declare, in fact, have already declared a real war on my country and are directly participating in it. Excuse me. NATO notified Russia that they may shoot down planes that invade NATO airspace, and Russia replied that would be war. Excuse me just a second here. Tickle in your throat, All right. As Russian jets cross NATO skies, and Trump is desperate for a diversion from the Epstein-Trump sex scandal, and appears to be trying to provoke a war with Venezuela. Are we watching the edge of a new conflict? I mean, remember back in July when Trump told NATO Secretary General Mark Rudd during a visit to the Oval Office that he would be happy to, he wasn't going to sell Patriot anti-missile systems directly to Ukraine, but he'd be happy to sell them to Europe, and Europe could give their stocks to Ukraine. And right now, Europe has been giving their stocks to Ukraine. This has been going on for a couple of months now, ever since July. And Ukraine has been using them. And so much of Europe is now defenseless at the same time. And that Putin is sending jets over Europe, freaking people out. And now Trump is refusing to send Patriot missiles to replenish Europe's supplies. So Europe is standing here naked in front of Russia, or increasingly naked. So this is just wild stuff. The British newspaper Express reported in an article headlined "Russia's Gray Zone Invasion Plan to Start World War III Before Christmas Revealed by Defector." Turns out a general who had defected from Russia has said that Moscow is preparing a gray zone attack on Poland before Christmas. The warning sent through an Eastern European ally during London's DSEI arms fair last week has triggered urgent discussions in the UK and US. Is this what Hegseth is calling the generals in for? I don't know. But it appears to me that when Putin met Trump in Alaska, he either ordered Trump to just, let Europe fall to Russia, or let Ukraine fall to Russia, or all of the above, or he took the measure of the man, the measure of Trump, and concluded that Trump would not fight back. Trump would not join NATO. The United States would not join NATO if Russia gets into an armed conflict with Poland or Lithuania, Latvia, or Estonia, the Baltic states. So where does this go? Who knows? But, history is not going to look well on this if there's some kind of miscalculation in the works here, or whatever. I mean, this is a very, in my opinion, a very, very, very dangerous moment. And we've got an incompetent buffoon in the White House, surrounded by incompetent buffoons who will do whatever this, buffoon says. And that is a very, very dangerous moment. This is a very dangerous moment for us and for the world.